Welcome to Creations by Karen, and today we are going to change a new favorite that is always a bestseller at my craft shows, and I decided to make a new design, and I got inspired by a channel called Lyric Lover Crafts. I've done something with her idea before, but I'm like tweaking it a bit to make this a little bit new. Good morning. So this is what we're making, and I know this is backwards, and so is this, but you know, so this has tea in it. 4 packages of tea, different flavors. There's mandarin, honey and mandarin, chamomile, and on the back there's lemon and ginger, and good night. Okay, and I decorated it. So we're gonna go ahead and make this today. Before it was like this. See if I've got one here. I do. So this is one that has twigs in it. But you know, I just like to change things up. You can't do something the same year after year. People will notice it. All right. So we're gonna make this. Are you ready to go? Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Put this aside briefly. So I like to use scraps to make this, but if you don't have them, don't worry about it. This is just purely inspirational, people. So you're gonna need some tools. You're gonna need a cutter to cut your paper, and because I lost this cutter, I use this score board. I live in Canada, and I got this at Michael's. They don't carry the blades that go in this, which is a little irritating, but I get over it. And you're going to need a couple of pieces of scrap paper. This is a scrap, this is not, this is new. I'm going to make this pink. Why? Because that's what I picked. And I got this out of this cardstock paper. And I got this at Michael's, and I got it when it was 2 for 1. Always shop when it's 2 for 1 at Michael's, because otherwise it can be a bit expensive. You're going to need a stamp set. I got this on Amazon. It's the Tea Time stamp set. We'll go through that in a second. And you're going to need paper bag or plastic bags. I got this at clearbags.ca. I know you can get them in US.com, I think. Good morning, Lynn. Hey, guys. How are you? And you're going to need a piece of one of these. It's a card box, but I've just cut it in half. And I don't use the same blade, this blade, when I'm cutting this plastic because of a record blade. So I use an old blade, and then I put my blades in here and mark it. So anyways, and I've already done one. Cut it in half, perfectly half is what you need to do. And then we're going to use also a punch, and you can use glue, you can use double-sided tape, glue gun. I really like this. I don't know what it is, but remember also the packaging of this, they're going to throw it away. They're not going to keep it. Don't spend a lot of money doing it. Okay, and you're going to need some tea. I got this on Amazon. Twinings tea comes in a variety pack with 4 different teas. And that was kind of how I got the inspiration for it. Okay, you ready to go? All right. First thing you're going to do, of course, is cut your card. I don't know what you call this. A card. Help me out here, people. Good morning, Nance. What do you call this? A card carrier, case, whatever. But just cut it in half, and it works out to about 4 inches. So just cut it in half. So this is what you got. And then what you got to do is fold it See how I'm doing this? Be gentle when you do this. This is the hardest part, I think. So I just twist it so it comes like this, right? So a square. You know, this is clear, so you can't really see it. So where you, at the bottom, where you want to fold this, you just turn your tabs in, and then what I suggest you don't do, because I did this, and the girl from Lyric Lovercraft did tell you that this is you're not supposed to do this. Don't be overly aggressive when you're folding this. So just kind of be able to curl it and slip it in. And if you do this the right way, it's going to catch on these little pieces here. And then it looks like a little box. Cute, eh? I know, I like it. All right, so we're going to cut our paper. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut my pink paper. You can, this could be whatever you want it to be. And I'm just going to cut this. I'm going to just open this up. And I'm cutting this at 4.5. So just line it up at 4.5. And I'll be making a lot of these, so I'll cut this down. 4.5. Keep this. It's not 4.5 inches, but you keep it. And then you're going to turn it, and you're going to cut this at 3 3/4. 3 3/4. Sorry, 3 3/4. I'm going to put these in the description box below. If you watch this on my YouTube channel, all the dimensions will be listed below. 3 3/4. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Pretty easy. And then I'm going to take this piece, cardstock, and this is double-sided, but I want the little roses on here. And I'm going to cut this, try to make it directional, at 1 inch by 11 inches. So put this in my paper cutter, cut this at 11 inches. I'm not going to need this. And then I'm going to cut it at 1 inch. Perfect. Keep that, you're going to need it later when you're going to make the next one. Alright, so I've got 2 pieces here. So then what you want to do, on the 3 3/4 inch, this side, okay? This is 4.5. This is 3 3/4. I'm going to score it. So I've got my scoreboard, and I need a scoring tool. Let's see here. Oh, scoring tool, scoring tool, scoring tool. This came with my Cricut. And I'm just going to score it at 1.5. And I'm going to turn it and score it again at 1.5. Okay? Nope, that was, I had a moment. I had a moment. We all have them. 1.5. I scored it at 1. So this is 1.5 and 1.5 on each end. This is actually, I scored it at 1. You're not going to see it. Don't worry about it. Put this aside, because that's all you're going to need for your cutter and your scoring tools. Just put this over, so it's out of my way. So then what you want to do is take this piece, and you're going to fold it at your 1.5 inch line. Take your something to crease the edges, and go the other side. Place it down, crease the edges. Okay? So you've got it, and it looks like this little house, upside down. Alright, put those aside for a second. Now I want my tea, and I want to use my Twinings tea again, and I want 2 different teas. So there we go. Got my 4 teas. Now, I figured this out. Go ahead and use this method. If you take your tea and you place it under by the G, under where it says Twinings, you'll see G. And there's French and there's English here on these ones. Because once again, I live in Canada. So you're going to use your French side to do this. So find the G. And then what I like to do is just take a little bit of tape. Thought it was ready, sorry. And I like to use clear tape when I'm doing crafting like this. This is going to be a new roll of tape. How about that? Open it up. Just place a piece of tape so it's secure where you put it down. So you're putting this, I'll show you in a second, at the G, where it says Twinings, at the G. I'm going to do it with this one. Once again, I want my French side taped. Put this at the G. Just put a little something to secure it there. Okay, so now you've got 4 packages of tea. Just what I wanted. 4 packages. Okay, I need my, what did I do with it? Here it is. Okay, so here's my box that I made, and I'm just going to place my tea in. Just like this, and it fits. Look, it fits. It's perfect. And you want the English on the outside. If you live in Canada. I don't know what you have in States, but just make sure you put the English to the outside. Okay? So I've put my teas in. See it? Okay. Then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to use my score tape. So I'm just going, and I like to use my score tape because it's fast, and I can make a whole lot of these in a short period of time. Use whatever you want. Whoop. Should take the lid off of it. Score tape on here. And I want to put this, and this took some trial and error. You can do this. If you're just learning how to do this, use glue, like the glue that doesn't dry right away. And I just put this on here. Look. So I just want it to, if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. They're not going to see it, only you are. Just place this down. It's easier to do when you're not doing a live. Everything is a lot easier. Okay? So see how it's down on there? And I just rub it a little. Keep it in place. And then I'm going to do this side, the back. And this is where I've made the mistake. But you're not going to see it again. Don't worry about it. Put some score tape on here. And this just fits. Perfect. Just, okay? So now you got the top on it. And this would be a great addition to your craft shows if you do stuff like this at your craft show. I make wreaths, and I have wreaths in my booth, but I like to have other stuff too. Kind of the kind of girl I am. Take your 1-inch piece that you've cut, and there's a lot of people score these. I don't score. It just takes time. I don't have time. Just put that on here, and I'm just going to center it on here. So this just comes around. And I always put enough score tape on it, so it kind of just to do the sides at the same. And then I'm just going to place this down. And this is why my botched part, it's not going to matter. So put some score tape on here. One side, I'm going to do it this way too. This side. Take this and just put it on there. And this is where I've put the tape on the opposite direction. And just place that down. Look, it's pretty. I like it. Okay, now you can go ahead and just be done with it there. And if you didn't put that piece, and if you don't think it's going to stay, put a little piece of clear tape on here. Nobody's going to see it. They're not going to care. Guaranteed. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of my pink. And this is a 2-inch round punch. Just going to punch one piece out on this scrap piece that I have. Kind of make it coordinating. Like this. This is going to be cute. And then I just take this and I've got a little saying. You'll see it in a second, but it says tea time. So I just take this. This is black. Easy as possible, you want to make this so it doesn't take a whole lot of time. Because remember, they're throwing this out. But you want to make it look pretty. So, put this down on my stamp. Just press down so it's covered. And then I'm just going to put it down in the center. Just like so. That's cute. Now, if you have something available that you can just wipe this off, do that now. If you're making a few of them, that I'm going to be making more, I don't wipe it off. So it says tea time on here. And that would be fine just to put it on there, but we're just going to jack it up because that's what I like to do. I got some rhinestones and some pearls. I think I'd like to use the pearls on this. Just going to take 2 off. And this tea time has a like scallop. You'll see on the picture that I post. And this is where I put my little dot. This would be great for people you work with. It can be great for showers. You can use this for anything. Or if you just want to give somebody something that you'll think they'll enjoy. A lot of tea drinkers. I make a lot of stuff that is coffee related. But I know there's a lot of tea drinkers out there. Okay? So I've put my 2 little pearls on there. And I'm just going to take my score tape and just put some score tape on the back of it. Don't worry if you get it on the other side, on the outside. Don't worry about it. Just going to place this down and try to get in the center. It can be challenging. You can do it. Look how pretty this looks. Tea time. Thumbs up. Let's see them. Okay. But of course, this is going in a craft show. Everything goes in a package in my craft shows. That's what I like to do. So I just have a clear bag. Probably should measure this for you. I can't remember. This is 7 1/4 by 4.5 clear bags. So I just take my little package, stick it in here, like so. Take this off. And seal it. Because I can totally see through this and see what you've made. Okay? And that's it. You can go through a lot of these in a really short period of time. Because I do. I've made a lot of them. And I know they'll sell. Anything tea related sells at craft shows. Cute. Here's some of the other ones I've done. I've done them in all different colors. Not all of them are packaged because I had to order some more. So here's one I did in blue. Here's one I did in yellow. So that's it, guys. What do you think? Think this is something you'll attempt? I know you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. All it takes is some craft material. Would you buy one? How much do you think you pay for it? Let's see. Super cute. Love that. Good. I'm glad. It's just a little, my own spin on it. What do you think you pay for it? Let's have a look. Waiting. I'm waiting. Go ahead. Tell me how much you pay for it. I'm going to sell these for $4 each, 3 for $10. Dangerously close, wasn't I, Lynn? $4 each, 3 for $10. I know they'll sell. Not expensive to make. I think the most expensive thing was the plastic sleeve I had. Good morning. $5. I was thinking about $5, but then I thought, you know, I want to make it in combination with something else. So I thought $4 each, 3 for $10. Go ahead and make these. I know you can do it. All right, guys, that's it. My baby sister's coming to town, so I got to get ready. Okay? 6. Okay. Anyways, you guys have a great day. Craft inside. If you live in Canada, it's cold out. You're welcome, Pat. And until next time, love you all. Have a good one. Bye now.